there's a possibility the mining on Pi will stop. And to prove to you that I know what I'm saying here, I'm going to play you a video. This video is from the founders, both the male and the female, the founders of Pi Core team. And I've looked deeper into the video to see if it's AI generated. It's not. And I've researched it. And of course, it is true. And I hope we just keep our fingers crossed, because a lot of us are actually miners. The 60-70 million community on Pi, we are mostly miners, not necessarily people that invest their money. Hence, the reason for why we don't want this to go away. You know, if you have mined something for 4, 5, 6 years, and somebody comes to tell you it looks like this thing is not going to work, how easy would that be? But before I play you the video, I know if you as a miner can mine for free what I will use my money to buy, why should I buy it? That's the question you should ask yourself. I know with time, if indeed we really want Pi to do well, we might probably end what we call mining. Look at the airdrops that we played before now, the Hamster Combat and all. Once we mine and they list, they end the mining phase, meaning it's now those who want to invest and the forces of the market. But if I invest my $1,000 to buy some pieces of Pi, and then over 2 months you mine it, why did I invest my money? You see what I'm saying? So every single time the circulating supply is going to be impacted, the total market cap is going to be impacted based on people that are mining. You can see that I knew something like this was about to happen. You know, transparency might not be extremely transparent if you want to preserve and save your company. Pi Core team are not stupid. One of the reasons they're keeping quiet is because they have nothing to explain. They just have to save these. Please be objective. Let's look at the video together.
Hi, pioneers. This is a Pi panel session.
Okay, I'm not going to play it once, because if you don't know, there is what they call copyright on YouTube. If I play it more than about 30 seconds, they're going to flag me, and I don't want that, because I want a lot of people to see this video. And now for context, look at the Pi founder. This is Nicholas Kokalis, head of technology. This is Chengdao Fan, head of product. So this lady you can see is who I'm playing in this video. I've seen the video more than 100 times, so just follow me through. Now they set up a panel to discuss about events that is coming up on Pi. So let's go about it again.
Pi Core team will introduce the questions in discussion, and the representative pioneers will present their views on these questions. The panel discussion today is about the future of Pi mobile mining.
So what they are discussing about, this is about 3 days ago that this happened, and I'm just posting it now. They want to discuss about the future of mobile mining. You and I, you see that? So they know that provided people are getting this Pi coin for free every single day, and then if some people, I have somebody that has about 1,500 miners that are active, that are done KYC. Do you know what that kind of person is mining on a daily basis? And then somebody is paying equivalent money to buy. There's no way that balance will be really balanced. So let's continue. The panel, this panel setup is for the discussion of mobile mining. Okay.
The original design of Pi's economic model and its mining mechanism is to strike a balance between access and scarcity. While setting out to be the most inclusive and widespread digital currency in the world, Pi tries to achieve a level of scarcity through...
That's another thing. They want to be the most inclusive and widespread digital currency in the world. Now look at this. Crypto Network is saying Pi is not an altcoin, responding to what I made and when I called Pi an altcoin. It says it's a Web3 protege, a whole ecosystem on its own, a future $3 trillion market cap coin. You see, these kind of messages are the people that say, we that we are researching, we don't know what we are saying. Now you hear from the horse's mouth, the CEO herself saying they want to be one of the best digital currency in the world. A simple Google search, types of digital currencies listed on exchanges. What do we have? Ethereum, Dogecoin, BNB, Solana, XRP, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. What is the difference between these? And all of these are altcoin. Bitcoin and other coins, Bitcoin and altcoin. All of a sudden, everybody thinks that Pi, because of whatever it's involved, newbies coming in, they think it's going to be the best in the world. I'm not saying it will not be. I'm also praying and hoping it will be, but at least let us face reality once we are attending to these issues. Let's continue the video.
A mining mechanism where the base mining rate halves when the network size increases by 10x. This mechanism also provides a meritocratic reward system to members based on their contributions to Pi.
Now, what she just said there was that as much as we are moving higher in terms of the total volume of what has been mined, the base of mining rate will reduce. Now, I am aware that people that started 6 years ago, 4 years ago, their base rate was higher than those of us that are starting in less than a month. So that's what she's rubber stamping here. And that as they proceed, they will also look for how to repay people who are helping out with the KYC. I mentioned it in one of my videos 2 days ago about how Pi has not been able to pay or reward people who help them with KYC. KYC is a big deal everywhere because know your customers, they have to put this, put that. Most of it, they are not done well. Some people are helping Pi in making sure that is done, and they have not been rewarded. And Pi is not saying anything. The core team are not saying anything. These are part of what we were pointing out to people so that we will know, what are we dealing with? Are we dealing with a company who is responsible for what they have said, or are we just hyping ourselves up because of our selfish interest? Now we see them say they were supposed to reward people who are helping to make sure the community moves properly. Let's continue.
Even though in our white paper we specified the network size to be at least 100 million people, the core team had left the decision open as to whether we will continue or stop mobile mining at the mark of 10 million network size.
They said that once in their white paper, because that's another thing people insult us about. Go and read the white paper. I'm like, is it a doctorate degree? Something I've read over and over. You think I don't know what is there? I have read, and they said they left it open. They are saying once they cross the 10 million miners mark, they are going to reevaluate if they are going to cut out mining completely or they are going to reevaluate, which is the point they are getting to at the moment. Let's continue.
Because back then we were uncertain about at least the following 3 aspects to make a well-informed decision. First, how fast the network grows. For example, how fast we achieve all the previous halving milestones. Second, the progress of the ecosystem building, including utilities and applications of Pi at the time of 10 million. Third, the progress of the mainnet at the time of 10 million.
The progress of the mainnet at the time of 2 million, meaning if there are 2 million users who had been able to transfer their balances into mainnet, they are saying those 3 things with how fast they can build their utilities and applications, and also how fast they can get to 10 million users. They don't know if it's going to be easy or fast, but we can't say it's fast because that took about 6 years plus or minus, and I'm not even sure they've gotten to 10 million miners already. They have the community users, but we are not certain of that because presently, even if they have, let's finish this video so we know. I am deliberately interrupting it. Don't think I just want to talk. I could have kept quiet to listen again, but I know they will flag me if I'm not running commentaries on it. Please bear with me, not like I just want to waste your time.
Also, at this network size, the core team would want to take input from its members about this question in order for us to make the final decision that is best for the whole network.
You see what she said there, that they want to make a decision either to proceed or to stop the mining, but they can't do that alone, and hence they have to make the decision by talking to some people. Who are the people? Influencers. Because they reached out to say, for those people who have a voice, individual voices, let's know what you think. And it's these same influencers that they reach out to, so to know if they are to continue or not to continue.
We predicted that the community opinions will be split based on at least a simple rational motivations derived from when the pioneer joins the network and started mining. This also translated to how much Pi this pioneer has mined. However, more importantly, we value voices that support their opinions and sentiment with reasonings and considerations of the overall goals of Pi.
So let me reinstate that to you. They value the voices of those who apply reasoning, and also they apply consideration of the overall health of Pi and the whole business altogether. So even the owners are aware that the fact that you are pointing out what is wrong about a product doesn't mean you are abusive of it or you are silencing it, unlike most of the community that are superbly invested.
The health of the ecosystem and the interest of the whole community. For this purpose, we went through a sophisticated process to solicit and collect such input from our community, including applications to speakers, moderators' recommendations, video surveys to collect video responses, and spent a tremendous time watching and processing such submissions.
So what they said here is they have already spent numerous time in evaluating the video sent in by content creators and others, the speakers. They did surveys, they've collected all that, and they have seen it. So meaning they are on the verge of making the decision either to continue mining on mobile or stopping it altogether.
The BuyNet. So we wanted to pose the question about...
Okay, you know this person is the second CEO. You see him? Dr. Nicholas Kokalis. You see him? I'm just proving that so that you will know. Let's play it on.
The future of mobile mining at this convention in the form of a panel, and some vocal pioneers applied to speak and submitted their video responses. We selected well thought out, articulated, clear and representative videos to be featured as part of the panel discussion, which is coming right after this current core team video.
Okay, this one is talking about both of them. This is a PyCore team video where they recorded it, and then they said they have already selected some panels, which is all these other speakers I mentioned earlier, that they will discuss after this particular PyCore meeting. They will have a panel, a panel to decide if we are continuing the mining or we are going to discontinue.
Even though we only selected a limited number of video responses, the core team watched all of the submissions.
All of the submissions.
If you did not apply to express your thoughts by video, we encourage you to participate in writing through the topic in the home screen of Pi today. Also,
okay, that leaves a little bit of space. They're still saying if you still want to participate, that you should probably do it in writing. We are no longer taking videos. So maybe they have not fully taken the decision. You see that? But now it's a thing. It's a thing. It's not just an ordinary thing. It's a major thing.
That in some regions, there have been activities campaigning for a certain type of view in regards to this question. And some campaigns even use various incentives to manipulate the popular view.
You see that again? They are saying that in some areas they notice that people are campaigning that they should let it continue. That's why most of our communities, they are so passionate about it. Anybody that says anything wrong about Pi, they come for their head, no matter who the person is or how much they even trust the person. Why? It's like you're taking away their meal ticket. Some people have heavily relied on Pi, that the houses they've not built. I've seen comments that will say, I deliberately locked my own Pi for the next 3 years so that by that time I'll be married, or I want to give birth to children, I will train my children abroad from the PyCore money. So it's like a dashed dream once you come and say something is wrong with Pi. That's why people are passionate and calling for people's head. You see what I'm saying? Meanwhile, can you imagine, just to make your point known, if they should continue mining or not, you are galvanizing votes so that a lot of people will say continue, just for personal gain, not minding if the rate of Pi will go down and the price will be 0.6 or 0.5. And that's what the CEO is saying here, that they noticed and saw that as well.
Pioneers can form their individual thoughts independently without any misinformation and disinformation.
Exactly.
And we hope that they do that with the overall benefit of the whole network in mind.
You see, they are saying only people who give independent view that are not biased is what they want, not these people that are coercing people to say things that will probably benefit them and all of that. That's what the CEO is saying.
After the Pi convention, the core team will review the written responses in the topic, in addition to the video responses, and we will provide an analysis incorporating these community views, experts' views, and the core team's own views to make the final decision about whether to continue
or to stop mobile mining.
Our network size hits the 10 million mark.
They have not hit the 10 million mark, but they are saying after all said and done, they will use the panel results, everything they've gathered already after March 14 to decide if mining will stop or if mining will not. Okay, let me just stop it there because it's a little bit longer, but that's the point I want you to understand. They're about taking the decision. Once they release the decision, if they are stopping, then there's no more mining. And then if they are continuing, we are happy to continue. On my side, I want mining to continue. Like somebody said, I was jealous of people who have been doing it for years. I'm about 600 and something Pi now that I've mined, and I'm 26 days into it. I'm not even 30 days. I've not done my KYC. So there's nothing to be jealous or angry about. It's just another coin that we are processing. I have a portfolio that I trade with, and I already have my styles and how I trade that makes me my money. So it's not because of Pi that the world will come to an end. I'm just trying to pass this information to you based on the arrays of knowledge that we have gathered in this industry so that you can benefit from these. I put it to you. I want to know what you think in the comment section. If mining stops, what impact does it have on you? Or if you want it to continue, or apparently what you think about Pi Network in general.